She's taking forever. Lineup. Ooh, predictions for the new season.
Welcome.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Come on in.
All right. Yeah. Yep. How are you doing?
Take a seat.
Yep. All right. Sure.
We had the big conversation about your next move.
Oh yeah, into F1.
Your performance at the F2 championships last year got you a lot of attention from the Formula 1 teams.
Okay.
Some of it more positive than others.
Right.
I'm not so concerned with who does or doesn't like you.
That's fair enough.
You'll have plenty of time to win the doubt is over.
Yep.
But I am concerned with our choices. They're narrowing as we haven't shown commitment to anyone.
Right.
As your agent, my advice is to make your decision now. We can worry about comfort and finer points further down the line.
Okay. Yeah.
I need you to review these. You've earned every single one of these proposals. So take your time, have a read through, and don't get too hung up on specifics.
No worries. Can I just ask, is that your phone going off in the background? Let's see. I think I'm gonna go with McLaren because they've got very good history. This team are one of the all-time greats. They expect to make consistent progress to the front of the field. They want drivers who can deliver from the first race. Well, that's me. So we're gonna go ahead, and that's gonna be us.
Excellent choice.
Yeah, I know.
From my conversations with them, they're going to be very excited to pursue this opportunity with you.
Yes, Zach Brown's going to be happy.
I'll let them know our intentions immediately.
Okay.
I'll have to clean up some final details with them, but that's what you pay me for.
Indeed it is.
Other than that, congratulations. You've earned it.
No, thank you. Means the world. Woo, we've got a seat in McLaren Racing.
Oh, hey, you're here. I'll catch up with you. Sorry, I'm just on my way out, but your workstation's at the back over there. It should be all set up on the network, but let the guys know if it isn't. From there, you can access all the data you need to help us direct development of the car. Get yourself settled, and then head out to practice when you're ready. I'll catch up with you later, okay?
Welcome
Guys,
to your new team. McLaren are one of the most successful teams in the sport, and they've reinvented themselves over the past few years. They demand excellence from all areas of their organization, and they'll expect you to integrate yourself and get up to speed from the first race.
Alright guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name's LiquidHotShot. Hope you enjoyed that intro. We are here back on Formula 1 2019 for McLaren. We are back. Alright, this game did my nutting a couple of weeks ago. Absolutely did my head in. However, we are back here in Australia with McLaren, and what we're going to do is straight away we're going to go ahead into the R&D tree, and yeah, we are going to go.
Your first rival is always your teammate, but you can choose who to declare as your second. The harder the rival from the eligible selection, the more respect you stand to gain or lose depending on the result.
Thanks, Emma. Yeah, I didn't really need to know that. I've already heard all this before. Anyway, the aero side and the chassis side, we're looking decent for now. We're quite a way away from Haas, who are behind us, and likewise in aerodynamics with Renault. So first of all, we're going to play a catch-up game and get some engine upgrades in there, and we want this thing to be lightweight. We want to catch Ferrari. That's what we want to do. But yeah, guys, it's been a long time coming, so to speak. But here we go. Hope you enjoy the upcoming episode. If you do, make sure to like, comment your favourite part of the episode, subscribe if you're new, click that notification bell because you won't get notifications otherwise. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple, guys. You will not get a notification if you do not click that bell. And yeah, I'll see you in qualifying. Alright, so we're here the next day. I just wanted to clarify the fact that we're going to be doing one-shot qualifying, not full qualifying, because obviously we're already behind now with the series. But yeah, that's that. And yeah, we'll be jumping around Melbourne in a few short seconds.
Qualifying here in Melbourne. It's the Australian.
Alright guys, gals, ladies and gentlemen, we are here in one-shot qualifying here at Melbourne for the City Circuit Grand Prix, the first of the season, the first of the new series, and first of all, we've been hit with some intermediate conditions. So, one lap to show what type of pace we've got, and we are on 72 difficulty, and throughout the season, whether, you know, if I make good progress to the car and we move towards the front of the field, I will naturally increase the difficulty. However, I doubt, because obviously McLaren isn't like the 4th best team on the grid, that will take a little bit of time, and that's what we're going to do. But here we go into one-shot qualifying here in Melbourne, and coming down the back straight, we're already dropped to last on the grid. Momentarily get a massive kick of understeer, bringing it through as clean as possible. Coming in to a low speed chicane now, probably the start of a relatively technical part of this circuit here. Going a little bit wide through there. We're going to lift off just a tad going through there. That's exactly why. Catch the car. We don't want to get mugged off straight away. Relatively aggressive on the downshift. Let the car coast through. Come through there. We're currently in P17 as we're dropping back in the field now into P19, P20. So we're going to have to make some improvements here as we understeer through the corner once again. Trying to get on the power as quickly as possible. But this McLaren seems as though it doesn't want to shift, as Fernando Alonso once famously said. Even if we whack wet tyres, we're going to be 25 seconds slower. Whack it through there, that was fast. Bring it through onto the second DRS zone, of which we can't use, into 8th. Going to brake a little bit early, make sure we hit the apex. Ease on the throttle through there. Make sure flat out coming around here. I like to brake a little bit early and downshift just to get a little bit of extra acceleration coming into the second to last corner here. Ease it round there. Make coast just a little bit through there. And full power, power. Coming through the back straight there. And that, my friends, is going to be P19. Yikes. So not only is this going to be where we're starting tomorrow in the qualifying, Lando Norris finishes 7th, Lucas Weber finishes 8th, and I don't know where Devon Butler's at Haas. Wow, okay. Well, we all know the AI after the patch, the first patch became very strong in wet weather. So tomorrow it's going to be a massive race on the hands to try and get some points out of tomorrow's race. But yeah, jump cut time. So you guys can see this, just so I show you, that is what we do. I tend to simulate practice sessions anyway, because obviously it slows down so much if you continue to do the practice sessions. No formation lap, 25% race distance, one-shot qualifying, and 72% difficulty. Yeah, that's what we're currently running on, and I hope, honestly guys, this is going to be a race of our life.
New drivers, new cars, it's a new Formula One season. But it's the same Albert Park that we've come to know and love for more than 2 decades now that plays host to round 1 of a 21-race championship that takes us from here in Australia across the globe and the eventual season finale at the Yas Island circuit in Abu Dhabi. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 16 corners and 3.3 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles an hour. The close proximity of the barriers makes accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. We have plenty of changes to the sport this year, with tweaks to the regulations, a fresh-looking spread of tyre compounds, and of course some changes to the roster of car manufacturers. It's goodbye to Sauber and hello once again to the classic name of Alfa Romeo in Formula One. It's also goodbye to Force India. They've been rebranded as Racing Point. Joining me to take you through all the action of the 2019 Formula One season is Anthony Davidson. And it's great to have you with us.
Thanks, Crofty. Always happy to be here, and I'm looking forward to getting underway. Last year was Mercedes' 5th Constructors' title in a row, although for the first half of the season it was absolutely neck and neck with the Ferraris. Hopefully this year we can see the chasing pack take that final step, as I'd love to see a championship contest all the way up to the final race in Abu Dhabi. Another story to keep an eye on is the performance of Red Bull, who have switched to the Honda Power Unit this year. What that will mean for both their performance and reliability remains to be seen.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Bottas, Charles Leclerc and Gasly, Norris, Weber, Raikkonen and Daniel Ricciardo, Grosjean, Butler, Daniel Kvyat and Hulkenberg, Albon, Perez, George Russell and Bell, Kubica and Antonio Giovinazzi starts from the back of the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Keep your eyes open on the run to turn 1 and keep it clean. We want to come out in one piece. Good luck.
So it's not too bad then. Looking at the starting grid, we are starting 18th instead of 19th. Everyone gets to choose the tyres, so I think everyone's going to go for a one-stop strategy, either from the mediums onto the softs at the end or the softs onto the mediums. 15 laps around here, and yeah, let's get it underway. We can only ask for a good race, really. And let's try and see what we can or cannot do, and I'll see you guys at the end of the video. So we're here in Melbourne as we go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we go, getting a very good start in the early gears, and then you can see the cars around us are being able to pull away as we have the worst engine on the grid. But we're going to brake a little bit late. We're going to see what we can do, but we cut the corner just slightly there and drop a position to the Williams of Robert Kubica. Anyway, we're coming into this the first lap. You know, coming into the technical part of the circuit, you can make moves where it's not really natural. As you can see, we went around the outside of Robert Kubica there, going through the left-hand corner, and they were 2x2 like Noah's Ark there, coming through into the second sector now, getting a very good run, being extremely close to Alexander Albon as George Russell tries to come across the track to block me. However, I managed to slot myself inside, and we're already up into P16 now on the first lap. We're coming through sector 2 now. We're going to see what we can do. We're going to brake downshift twice into 6th and roll the car through both times, trying to get as good as exit as possible to try and get a tow, from His Majesty Danny Kvyat, coming through into in the third sector of the first lap here. We're going to have a cheeky little look, but I know better. Don't worry, guys. I haven't just stopped playing F1. I do still play. I know when it is good to make a move and when it isn't. Anyway, coming on to lap 2 now. We've dropped the guys behind us just a little bit, and I'm trying to keep with Danny Kvyat and get a very good entrance and exit out of turn 1 and 2. What you want to do is you want to ride as much curb in the exit of turn 1 and in the exit of turn 2 as Danny Kvyat locks up because he knows we're there. In fairness, I did brake late and he broke later than me, locked up his front tyres. Anyway, we're going to come through here. We're going to coast it just a bit because I didn't want the dirty air to send us flying. Anyway, you know, you got to be patient with these moves around Australia because, yes, it is a very fast circuit. It can get a bit canny. You know, there's not many places to overtake, even though it is a fast circuit. It's kind of like Azerbaijan. Yes, there's a lot of high-speed parts of track. There's technical parts, but you know, if you're not eyeing up your moves properly, you're not going to be able to make them. happen. Anyway, as you saw coming through the follow through of the left then right hander, I cut the corner a bit. The game didn't give me a warning, but I'm not one to be like the game didn't give me a warning here, so I'm going to continue to do it. Anyway, we send it this time with Danny Kvyat. He knew I was there and pushed me onto the grass. I'm surprised that I didn't get any front wing damage there. Anyway, we just stay with him. That's the best you can do, but just, you know, if you look on the minimap right now, you can see that we have in fact dropped the guys behind us, as I get once again, in my eyes, a very decent exit and entrance into both turn 1 and 2. Now coming into turn, I do believe that's 3 and 4 there. Coming into turn 5 now, which is normally flat out. I went a bit wide, so I was lucky not to bin that there, in fairness. I did that a few times this Grand Prix, you know, going a little bit wide, carrying a bit of grass with me, but my experience in F1 is increasing daily, so to speak, and I'm not making stupid moves. But anyway, you can see there's a train beginning to form here, and I don't know who's at the head of the train, so to speak. But I tell you one thing, they're fucking slow through there, I'll tell you that much. Anyway, DRS is open as I was 1 second, within 1 second behind Danny Kvyat, coming into the DRS detection point there. Kvyat not getting the best entrance or exit, being blocked in, so I send an absolute move, stay on the road, and I am now up into P15. 5 positions up until we're back in the points. This recovery drive is going well so far, seems though we're only on lap 3. DRS is open. Now I've got Danny Kvyat behind me to worry about, but also I've got Devon Butler to keep my eye on in front of me. He's in this series, he's in Ahhhh, so we're going to see what we can do and see whether or not, because it's more than likely that we're going to have a lot of fights with Mr. Butler throughout this season as it goes along. But anyway, I'm gonna stay here. Actually, I'm gonna stay here as we come through once again. You got to ride a bit of curb to get a bit of speed, but we're gonna have a cheeky little look at Mr. Butler there. But no, he's the rude guy in F1, but his name's Butler, so he's effectively a bitch. So he can't, and I brake very late there. In fairness, that was my fault. Brake extremely late there. Almost went into the back of Devon Butler, so I took a bit of damage coming through that corner, but it's nothing I can't manage anyway. Once again, not getting any warnings for that aggressive move there. But anyways, we're up into P14 now, and it's a case of trying to race. I do believe that is Nico Hulkenberg in front of us. Yes, it is. It's Nico Hulkenberg in the good old Renault. But oh my! His engine's blew. That gave me flashbacks of what happened to Romain Grosjean in the original series. But anyway, I didn't T-bone into the back of him, so that's me effectively up 1 free position, up into P13 now. Now what we need to do is push on. Push on. We want some points today, so we need to work on catching up to, I do believe, that is Daniel Ricciardo. We need to work on catching up to Ricciardo and trying to drop, is that Giovinazzi behind me now? I do believe it is. Antonio Giovinazzi behind me. But anyway, I'm going to jump back to you guys when some action is happening. So we're on lap 6 now. We're coming through sector 2 as we're going to downshift extremely aggressively, throw the car through the left and then the right, getting as much curb as that, and that's the exit you look for. If you can get DRS and get a good exit like that, you're going to make up a lot of time in that braking zone right there. Anyway, we've caught up to Daniel Ricciardo now. You know, you've got to be very cautious when Danny Rick's around. But here we go, looking for a little cheeky dive bomb. I tapped him. I didn't damage my front wing. But it's rinse and repeat now. Now it's continued to go. And I pressed the wrong button. I was looking to see if I had damage, but I pressed the wrong button. Pressed my radio, pressed my camera view. But yeah, that's that. Anyway, Ricciardo goes for a move down on Kimi Raikkonen into turn 1, meaning that they both get a terrible exit, go side by side with Ricciardo, brake extremely late, and go round the outside of Kimi Raikkonen. That was a 2-person overtake in a one move under brake. Like, oh, like that is not something I can do every day. Anyway, we are now in P11 on lap 7. We've got another 7 laps to go here when we come across the line at the end of this lap. And it's a case of I would like to be in the points before I get in the pits if I have to take a new front wing. So then by me taking a new front wing, it's not going to harm my race as much coming out. Anyway, it's just continue. Anyway, I'll come back to you guys when I'm making my pit. So we're coming back now 2 laps later, effectively coming through to the end of lap 8, the start of lap 9 when I come to get my pit stop. I do believe some of the leaders took an early pit stop, that's why I'm in P9 and not 11. Anyway, we're going to see what happens here, see how our team copes. So here comes the tyres. 1 tyre on the right front, left front, back 2 are on, front wing is on, and I'm ready to go, and the Williams held me up for about 1 or 2 seconds there, and that wasn't good. Anyway, we've actually come out behind Devon Butler, so that's worked for him. He's back up in front of me. Anyway, George Russell, who was going on either an undercut or an overcut, I think it was undercut, sorry. Like, I was coming out of the pit lane, I was on the apex, you know, I'm going around the corner, and my man just turns into me. Anyway, that's that. Right up Devon Butler's behind, catch the car there, got a little bit of understeer. Feeling more confident with this McLaren. Definitely feeling a lot confident as this race goes on with the bog standard McLaren. You know, that I was driving in. And now it is a case of, Luke, you have 6 laps. You need to make up and get into the points, otherwise my team won't be happy. So from here it was head down, concentrate, consistent, and I'm coming up to a gaggle of 3 cars, and I'll return to you when I get up on the backside. So it didn't take as long to catch these guys as they went, I do believe, 3 wide through turn 1, which is the most stupid thing I've ever fucking seen, because obviously it didn't work out for Raikkonen and Kimi, and I do believe it's fucking Raikkonen and Kimi, I think it's Ricciardo and Kimi, who are still attempting to go for the same moves. Anyway, I'm behind Kvyat once again, 5 laps left to go. I'm 4 positions down on where I want to be. I want to be P10 by the time I finish this race. Anyway, outbrake Danny Kvyat or thereabouts. He slots in behind me, coming through into sector 2 of the long left-hander. We have the one-time world champion in front of us, of the Iceman, of Kimi Raikkonen, and I thought I was going to T-bone absolutely into the back of him there. DRS open. We lost a lot of time through there because Raikkonen slowed down more than I thought he would. I plant the car in the middle of the circuit, so Kvyat attempts to go to the left and go around the outside, but there's not enough momentum in his little Toro Rosso. Anyway, coming through second to last corner, we're following Kimi Raikkonen, who is following Daniel Ricciardo. DRS open, rich mix flowing. This McLaren looks absolutely amazing. Gonna shimmy to the right, shimmy to the left, go around the outside of turn 1, and that was the cleanest overtake I've ever fucking done in this game. I've done a lot of clean overtakes from the last Obsolete series. However, there's nothing, there was nothing that beat that. A little cheeky I'm going to go to the right. Sag, so you go to the right, and I'm going to move to the left. Anyway, I outbroke Daniel Ricciardo. That is another outstanding overtake in the exact same lap. We are P12. You know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That means head fucking down. Antonio Giovinazzi in front of us. And I do believe in front of him was Romain Grosjean. So let's get him. Let's up and at him. And let's keep her going, man. Let's keep her going. And see you guys in a few laps' time. So I'm coming back to you guys on lap 12. I do believe it was only one lap later. I put in a new PB time. Anyway, got an absolute outstanding exit through the left then right-hander. DRS open. Rich Mix flowing, coming through the second DRS zone. Just slide in front of him. And now we are up into P11. And you can see on the mini-map how far Grosjean is ahead of me. I've got 3 laps to get past Romain Grosjean to get 1 point here from 19th on the grid. We could get some points here, ladies and gentlemen. Can we get some points? Leave a comment down below. So it's taken us there about 2 laps to catch Grosjean at the pace I've been setting. Very consistent laps, very fast laps, not gonna lie. End of lap 14 now, coming through the last corner. We're in the DRS zone. Rich Mix flowing. This, fun fact, I actually thought the race was over there. And then I'm like, oh shit, we're only going into the last lap. So I was like, oh fuck, can I go for Perez? Anyway, this last lap, honestly, was I thought it was a decent lap. Go a bit wide into the start of the technical zone, coming through the last part of Sector 1, at the start of Sector 2. Relatively fast through the flat out right-hander, setting another PB time. And every single lap since the last time I left you guys, I've been setting green first, second and third sectors. My times were just absolutely fucking flying. The car just felt absolutely amazing on mediums. I thought it felt good on softs, but then when I got on the mediums, it was just like pace, pace, pace. Like the amount of understeer I got there, but the amount of confidence I had to keep my foot in it. Anyway, coming through the final sector now, into Sector 3, Max Verstappen takes the first victory of the season. And I'm extremely happy with that. Extremely happy with that performance, from qualifying 19th, starting 18th due to someone having a fucking penalty. I was extremely happy here to get back to the points.
Alright, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Red Bull pulling out all the stops today. What a great win. Talk to me, Ants. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions and perfecting the team's strategies. They got all of these things right today, and the results speak for themselves.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win. So let's review the updated driver standings. Today's performance means Max Verstappen now owns the top spot in the Drivers' Championship. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Max Verstappen seemed to just effortlessly weave through the other drivers today without a care in the world. He was definitely my driver of choice. I have to give it to Bell. That was a commanding performance today. Very impressive indeed.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari take the lead at the top of the table. And with that, we wrap up another week.
So then, P10, very good performance, I would like to say, by myself and the team. To get back into the points after an absolutely dreadful qualifying, but we all know how strong the AI is around any track on wet tyres now. Obviously they buffed the AI. The AI was absolutely shocking before the 1.6 update. Anyway, we get 275 resource points, and I don't think I've shown you guys, but I took an upgrade, an R&D upgrade on absolutely every department. Obviously I've only got the bog standard contract at the current moment in time, so I can only do one upgrade per department. Yeah, for example, Emma's very pleased with me. Anyway, I'm gonna try and prioritize the engine, just because I know Azerbaijan is the 4th, so I would like to have at least a decent engine coming up there. But anyway, guys, if you've enjoyed the episode, please do not forget to drop a like down below. Subscribe if you're new and want to see similar content. Click the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload, and subscribe if you do. See you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye bye. I love you all. It's return.